Okay, good morning. I'd like to start today by saying a few words, and I'll hand over to the Defence Minister, Dr. Coleman, followed by Chief Defence Lieutenant General Rhys to say a few words, and then of course we'll take the questions that you might have. It was with enormous sadness and heavy heart that I learned yesterday that 3 brave New Zealand soldiers had been killed in the northeast of Bamyan province in Afghanistan. Corporal Luke Tamatia, aged 31, Lance Corporal Jacinda Baker, aged 26, and Private Richard Harris, aged 21, were killed when their vehicle was hit by a massive improvised explosive device IED northwest of Doabe on the road to Romero at about 9:20 a.m. Afghanistan time yesterday. Lieutenant General Rhys Jones will give you more details about the 3 soldiers shortly. This latest incident comes almost 2 weeks to the day after Lance Corporals Crowley Dara and Rory Malone were killed in action in the heavy firefight in the northeast region of Bamyan province. Our thoughts and condolences are with the families and friends of those killed during this incredibly difficult time as they try to come to terms with the enormous grief. Our thoughts are also with the courageous members of the New Zealand Provincial Reconstruction Team currently serving in Afghanistan as they try to deal with the blows they have endured over recent weeks with the tragic loss of 5 of their teammates. The death of these brave young soldiers yesterday brings the total number of New Zealand soldiers who have lost their lives in Afghanistan to 10. Each and every one of these soldiers leaves behind a family and loved ones. I'd like to reassure them that their sacrifice will not be forgotten. They will always be remembered by all New Zealanders. These soldiers have selflessly given their lives in the effort to restore stability to the Bamyan province. The flags on the Parliament forecourt are once again flying at half-mast today in recognition of the ultimate sacrifice these brave young soldiers have made serving their country. They will also fly at half-mast on the days of their funerals. As previously stated, it is New Zealand's intention to be withdrawing our contingent from Bamyan in 2013, and that exact date is still to be determined. Ministers have for some weeks been considering options for an orderly withdrawal from the region during 2013. While decisions still have to be finalised, it's likely it will take place in the earlier part of 2013 rather than the later. But I would add that the timing of that withdrawal has not been affected by the loss of the 5 soldiers that we've endured in the last 2 weeks. Our commitment to the international efforts in Afghanistan has not changed. Our presence in the country, since we first sent troops there in 2003, has made a substantial difference to the lives of people living there. On that note, I'll hand over to the Minister of Defence to say a few words, and then I'll see you.
Thank you. I'd just like to reiterate the Prime Minister's comments. It's absolutely gutting to be here so soon after holding many conferences and attending funerals related to the previous 2 deaths of our service people in Afghanistan. I just want to acknowledge the contribution of these 3 soldiers who died in this IED attack last night. Certainly our people served absolutely selflessly in Afghanistan. It's a high-risk environment, and these people have represented New Zealand extremely well, but tragically the high risk of that environment has been realised this day. Our thoughts go out to the 3 families of the deceased. This is the most terrible day that could be ever visited on loved ones of a service person. My thoughts are also with the members of Crib 20 in Afghanistan. I know this will hit those people there very, very hard, and I just want to reiterate that they have the government's full support. They've been doing a great job over a long period in Bamyan, but certainly this is a very, very dark day. Just to reiterate the Prime Minister's comments there, this doesn't change our overall view on the work that our people have done there, the work that they're doing, and the path ahead over the months ahead. As we've been doing some work on what will happen during 2013. We always knew that it was going to be a very difficult environment, but our thoughts today are chiefly with those 3 service people, and especially with their loved ones, and the members of Group 20 and the wider New Zealand Defence Force.
before I provide you with more detail on the 3 service people killed in Afghanistan and outline a little bit of the details surrounding the incident, I wish to extend my sincere condolences to the families. I know that today's loss will have a massive impact on these families, as well as their wider military family, and I'm sure it will impact on New Zealand. Though Afghanistan is a long way away from here, the service New Zealanders in Afghanistan do support close at these times by the connections with the people, family, friends and colleagues. Not just those lost, but also those remaining and those who continue to work with them. This news will also create fresh anguish to the families of our other service people killed in Afghanistan, so our thoughts will be them today as well. It's with great sadness that I can now reveal a little more information about the 3 soldiers who were killed. Corporal Luke Tamatia, aged 31, Lance Corporal Jacinda Baker, aged 26, and Private Richard Harris, aged 21. They deployed with the New Zealand Provincial Reconstruction Team in Bamiyan, Afghanistan in April 2012. All 3 were from the 2nd 1st Battalion Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment based in Germany. Corporal Luke Douglas Tamatia joined the New Zealand Army in February 2000 and was posted to the 1st Battalion Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment in Italy. He deployed to Timor-Leste in 2001, to the Solomon Islands in 2003, and to Sumatra to help with the tsunami in 2005. Corporal Tamatia also previously deployed to Afghanistan in 2007. He was posted to the 2nd 1st Battalion in 2007. Corporal Tamatia was promoted to Lance Corporal in September 2005 and Corporal in June 2008. Lance Corporal Jacinda Francis Elise Baker joined the New Zealand Army as a medic and was posted to the Burnham Regional Support Company in April 2007. Lance Corporal Baker was posted to the 2nd 1st Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment in December 2007 and deployed to the Solomon Islands in 2010. Lance Corporal Baker received the Chief of Army Commendation in 2011 for her professionalism and courage during emphasised Southern Warrior in June 2008. Lance Corporal Baker was promoted to Lance Corporal in July 2008. Private Richard Lee Harris joined the New Zealand Army in February 2009 and was posted to 2nd 1st NZDF. Private Harris was previously deployed to Timor in 2009 and between 2009 and 2010. On behalf of the entire New Zealand Defence Force, I again extend my deepest condolences and sympathies to the families, colleagues and friends of the personnel killed in the service of their country. We are deeply saddened by this loss. The Defence Force is working to return our fallen soldiers to their families as quickly as possible. We are providing support to their families as well as support to the families of loved ones currently serving in Afghanistan and to our units and personnel back in New Zealand. On behalf of the families, I'd ask media to give them the time and space they need at this time to come to terms with this news and to grieve. I'd now like to provide an overview of events as we currently understand it. On Sunday morning, Afghanistan time, on the 19th of August, a convoy of Humvees, known as Kiwi Team 4, were returning to Forward Operation Base Ramiro. They were going to Ramiro to take one of their patrol members to visit the doctor as he had a medical appointment. At 0921, the last vehicle in the patrol was hit by an improvised explosive device northwest of Jaladi on the road to Ramiro. I've advised that it was a massive explosion that instantly killed all 3 people on board. The remaining people in the patrol secured the location and awaited support of helicopters from ISAF that aeronatically evacuated those killed to Kiwi Base. As Chief of Defence Force, I remain proud of the work that we're doing in Afghanistan. Our mission and mandate is to provide the secure conditions which the other agencies and governments, NGOs and aid workers can operate effectively, helping to improve the lot of ordinary Afghanistans and to support the local communities. Those ongoing projects are testimony to the success of the PRC.